Brilliance Audio presents Kalki by Gore Vidal, performed by Hope Day. Where to begin? A week has passed since I wrote that first sentence. I am sitting at the big table in the cabinet room of the White House. I have been asked to give my version of what happened. I have also been requested to avoid the historian's best and closest friend, hindsight. This is not going to be easy. For some minutes I have been staring out the window. It is late autumn. Brown leaves are falling. A year ago I was in Los Angeles dead broke. Now I am at work in the White House. Is this a success story? Try again. Beside my typewriter is a logbook. I have taken it with me on every flight that I have made since I won the International Harmon Trophy for my contributions to world aviation. The first woman to be so honored was Jacqueline Cochran back in the 50s. She was married to a millionaire who indulged her love of flying. I had no money behind me. In the back of the logbook, I write down phrases, sentences that appeal to me. Although I was an engineering major at the University of Southern California, class of '64, I was very much into what used to be called the humanities, as opposed to the inhumanities of science, machinery. A year ago September, I wanted to start my life over, to go back to school, to get my doctorate in Pascal. A lot of women my age were going through the same sort of crisis, Operation Last Chance. One afternoon, I went down to USC and stood for a while in a long registration line. Although I looked younger than 34, I didn't look 17. Within a yard or two of the registration desk, I fled. I had developed a nosebleed. I have always wanted to know everything, to be everything, master of not only the one, but the other of the two cultures. At home with Ronsard, at home with Heisenberg. Yet when I wrote my book, it was ghostwritten by Herman V. Weiss, hack. According to the publisher, I was not at home with the muse. I am still not at home. Here is a quotation from Horace, born under the malignant influence of change. I like that. I don't know whom or what Horace was referring to, but that phrase certainly describes the state of the world as of last year. Another quotation. This is from Diderot. I prefer him to Voltaire. The first step towards philosophy is incredulity. Under this sentence I wrote last words. Whose? Diderot's? I've forgotten. But those words, first or last, describe my own state of mind all last year. In fact, if incredulity can be measured in steps, I was wearing 7-league boots that February afternoon when I met Morgan Davies beside the pool of the Beverly Hills Hotel. There. I've done it. I've found a place to begin. But first, who is Morgan Davies? And second, who am I? You must put the reader right there, Teddy. As that cliché master and structuralist H.V. Weiss used to say to me. Put him in your shoes. To be in my shoes, or 7-league boots last year, you would have to have been Theodora Hecht Ottinger, known as Teddy, aged 34, test pilot, native of San Diego, graduate of the University of Southern California, degree in engineering, winner of the International Harmon Trophy, breaker of records, and men's self-esteem, if you happen to have talked to an envious male colleague, and author, with HVW of the bestseller Beyond Motherhood, lousy title. A candid look at my life and hard times as a flyer, woman, mother, and would-be know-it-all.